He stole that right from her. She put the phone down, got ready, beat it to it.
I saw her too. At the funny part. Oh, sorry.
Hello and welcome to the Texas Chainsaw Disco Podcast. Today's main segment is going to be a sort of a review of the 2016 Oscars, but we're going to start off with what we've been watching, just the movies we've seen lately. So, Markel, what's one of the last movies you saw?
One of the last movies I saw was this movie called Southbound, and it was very interesting. It was a anthology, and basically about all these different stories that were set in the desert. And all of them had like this demonic type of horror film to it. And basically they all kind of matched up because it was like this town that was corrupt with like demons and stuff like that. And
okay. So that's what connects the bits together. The sort of terror the town's facing. Yeah,
and everybody have like this like they drawn to the desert. So like, and if they drawn to it, they cannot get out. So like I really like that. And I really like, there was this one part where this man hit this girl, and he took her to the hospital, but nobody was in the hospital. And he called 911, but it was actually the town people telling him how to kill the girl, like surgically and like stuff like that. And it was really dope. I suggest a lot of people see it. It was really a good low budget film.
Looks like each story was directed by somebody else.
Oh, that's interesting. I like when they do that.
I recently watched Spotlight, and
that's not what's on the screen. She's got Lion King too.
Like,
Simba's Pride on the screen.
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that one.
I also watched that last night. So Lion King, the first one is Hamlet, and then Lion King 2 is basically Romeo and Juliet, except not everybody does.
I don't think I've seen Lion King 2. I've seen Lion King 1.5.
It's really cute.
I've seen that one. Have you seen that one?
This is really cute. Yeah, I love that one.
I like that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
Timon and Pumbaa.
So is that one good?
Yes. I watched it on an illegal site.
Shh. The FBI is watching. They just click dislike.
Please don't arrest me.
Or dislike.
I'm just bored. I want to watch movies.
They just bust in the window.
So what do you think of Spotlight?
I don't think it should have won Best Picture compared to Room.
It was pretty shocking.
I did like it though. I did like it. That's an interesting subject. It's a very serious subject, and I liked it.
I thought it was a great movie. I reviewed that before, or earlier on my other channel, before the Oscars actually, and I actually predicted that it would win Mark Ruffalo for Best Supporting Actor, and that didn't happen. We'll talk more about that later on though. Did you see anything else recently, Markel?
Me and you both saw Identity.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it recently, but I saw it quite a while, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But you saw it recently?
Yeah, and I like the story behind
That's the movie with John Cusack and like Jake Busey. It's those people in there like in a motel when it's raining, and I think Ray Liotta's in it for a part, right? Is he like the FBI agent or something?
Yeah. And no, he was a therapist, and basically it's about
it's like a dark thriller, sort of David Fincher kind of feel, except a little more out there in the direction.
Yeah, basically about like this motel was a manifest of this dude's mind, and basically this he have multiple personality disorder or syndrome, and one of the personalities are trying to kill all the personalities in the motel in his mind, and out in the real world they trying to the therapist was trying to get him make him not go to death row from his mental disorder. But it's really good. It's really good.
If I remember correctly, it starts off as like a murder mystery, right? And then it becomes more psychological as it goes on.
Psychological. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
I think it might be a spoiler that you said.
Well,
I think it might be.
Well, guys,
spoiler alert!
Because that's kind of a twist ending, I think. Actually,
I'm sorry, guys.
But it doesn't matter. 2 movies I saw recently were I watched after the Oscars. I watched Bridge of Spies. To see if it deserved the nominations, because I heard some good things and some bad things. It wasn't that good. I'll be doing a full review of that on my channel pretty soon. But it was okay. It certainly wasn't bad. It deserved production design, the Oscar for that. I don't think it deserved any of the other Oscars, specifically not supporting actor, which is the one it won. But again, we'll talk about supporting actor more later on. The other one I watched was Creed, which was also nominated for a couple Oscars for Stallone and for I think writing, right? Screenplay. Yeah. But it didn't win anything. It wasn't nominated for a director for Ryan Coogler, which upset a lot of people. And it was actually really well written. I went in with pretty low expectations because I expected it to be sort of an overrated movie because I'm not really a fan of the Rocky series. And Creed was a pretty solid movie. I'll be reviewing this one in more detail also. but I think it deserves at least most of the praise it's getting. It was a great movie. It really surpassed my expectations. So our next segment on the Texas Chainsaw Disco podcast is going to be a bit of an experimental one. I don't know how else is going to go. We're going to do something called Is It Weird? I remembered a few things about the middle school I went to. I'm going to say them and you're going to tell me if those are weird or not, because I just realized that they might not be normal the other day. Right?
Oh, I totally get
I'm going to
that.
tell you things about my middle school and you're going to tell me, are they weird? My middle school was mostly underground.
What? Wow. I mean, my high school had an entire floor underground. My high school is technically 4 floors. But no, that's for a middle school, that's weird.
Yeah, well, because it was like one level above ground and it was kind of small, and then it's like mostly underground, and it's like basement style. There's classrooms under there. The next thing, the cafeteria was also in the basement, like the seating in the kitchen and everything that was in the basement. The locker rooms were in the basement, but the gym was on the top floor.
That's
So
what
you'd
my
have the
high
locker room there, and then you had to
was.
like go up and do that.
You wasn't in like Tornado Alley, right? You wasn't in that.
No, it was New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire. True that. Oh, sure.
So is those things weird so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for a middle school, yes. For a high school, I went to a giant one.
No, it's
Like,
still
about-
weird.
No, it's weird.
My high school graduating class, by the way, only had like 69 kids in it.
Yeah, that's
My high
weird
school-
too. Like, I
yeah,
had 500
that's
kids
pretty
in my
weird.
graduating class.
Yeah, but we started off with like 90 or something, and then a lot of people dropped out or moved or failed and like got held back or whatever. Okay, moving on. They also had a nuclear strike training, like straight out of the 50s.
What?
Where they teach you like how to do your desks and stuff, and like how to like get water ready in case it gets contaminated.
No, but my friend
I
had
just
That's
realized
so
that might not be
weird.
normal.
no, but my friend had the same thing, and he was in Arizona too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, next thing. There was like Cold War propaganda stuff.
Well,
Like my school was like
Why?
straight out of
That's
like
weird.
the late 60s, I guess, where they it wasn't like they would propaganda you. It was like how to like not succumb to propaganda from
That's
from
so
beyond the Iron Curtain.
That's
As if
so
that was still
weird.
happening. So it is weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is so weird.
Next thing was the food we had in our cafeteria was from prison. It was the leftover food from the prison that was
That's just.
like 2 towns over. It was the food that they didn't have would come to us. That's how like poor the food program
Was
was.
it nutritious?
No, it was horrible. It was nasty. I mean, it was like
nachos?
normal cafeteria
We-
food as far as I knew, but
We had like nachos for lunch.
same with our high school was the same way. Prison food.
No, it was never, or at least I never heard it was prison food, but it was pretty bad.
It might have been without them telling
But
me.
they didn't change the serving size from elementary school to high school.
I don't think they did it at my middle school to high school.
Which is,
either.
I feel really stupid because, I'm sorry, as a high schooler, I could eat an elementary schooler.
like that makes sense.
That's why I fell asleep in math class all the time. Carroll County.
That's why I didn't go to math class most of the time. We also had there was a classroom, not like a class, but a classroom dedicated to training like dogs for blind people. The ones that help them like
actually
cross the
really
street and
cool.
stuff.
That's
Is that weird?
weird, but that's
Is it weird
really
that's in a
cool.
middle school though?
That's really cool, but that's so weird.
Our principal, he would between classes, he would drive around in a red convertible and smoke cigarettes because it was against the school rules to smoke on campus, or not on campus because we didn't have a campus, on like the outside area, the little like yard. So he would drive around in his like Corvette, like his convertible thing, with like leather gloves on, like smoking a cigarette, and just go around the block. He would do that. Is that weird?
Yeah.
It's pretty weird, right? Our gym teacher, or our first gym teacher, was fired for slapping a kid on the ass and refusing to apologize. Like, if he apologized, it would have been fine.
What, was it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
Is it dude? Was it the
Was
gym
it a
teacher
girl or a
dude?
boy?
Yeah, he was like a
teacher?
drunk, like a drunk gym teacher.
I'm
That's
glad he got
that's
fired.
that's illegal assault right there. That's,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable going to
Yeah.
I like them socks, boy.
And the last thing was our math teacher led a Hitler Youth program, like an after-school club.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
What?
Can I-
One of my friends was a neo-Nazi.
What? You were friends with a neo-Nazi?
I mean, he wasn't like that neo-Nazi-ish, but
Okay.
like
What's a neo-Nazi?
a neo-Nazi is
There
like,
was a neo-Nazi in my high school, and he was horrible.
He was my
Yeah, that explains
Like, I
everything.
didn't-
What's a neo-Nazi?
You know,
they don't.
basically like a skinhead.
That's again it?
Yeah, someone who hates like Jewish people and like who's like really racist and anti-Semitic.
He's like super racist and
Like a modern Nazi.
he just
and violent. Yeah.
and like
Call me
I don't
Nazi.
know why though.
This kid never got in trouble either. The neo-Nazi in my high school never
Neither
got in
he.
trouble. He would be he would like change like the school's library backgrounds to like swastikas and stuff, and they'd be like, "You can't do that, Billy," and then they'd move on. That's his actual name, by the way. What's his last name? Billy.
No.
I wanna. There's a friggin'
No
there's a
name
goddamn neo-Nazi out there. Don't hire this person. Will Clement. Don't hire Will Clement. He's a neo-Nazi. If you're like engaged to Will Clement, divorce that son of a bitch.
That is weird. Yeah, no, I don't think you went to an actual middle school.
So I have a confession to make. That segment was actually not. Is it weird? That segment was how many lies can I tell these people without them figuring it out. Most of that stuff's not true.
I knew it. The prison food? That's stupid. Why would
The
they?
prison food's true. The prison food is true. The next segment is, can you guess which one of those were true, which ones were fake? Because some of those were true, some of them were fake.
I feel like your middle school was actually half underground, but you didn't learn like propaganda stuff.
You're correct. It was mostly underground. The propaganda that was made up. The prison food is true.
What the fuck? The nuclear.
Was Will even in person?
Yeah, that's all true.
Yeah,
That's all
because
true. That was high school. All the high school stuff is true.
Rage show
That's all true. All the underground stuff. The nuclear stuff is fake. The Cold
about
War
the
propaganda
dog
is fake.
thing?
The dog one's fake.
Aw, man, that would be so cool.
What do you think about the principal driving around and the gym teacher being fired, and the math teacher leading Hitler? I thought that would be the one where you guys were like, okay, you're lying, but no, you went with it.
I guess I just blindly trust you, Sam. Now I can't anymore.
It was for the sake of the podcast.
Everything you say is now a lie to me. Is your name even Sam?
So the gym teacher thing was a lie. The math teacher thing was a lie. The principal driving around smoking, that was true. He does that.
Oh shit.
He
I
did do that.
didn't
He
even
might
face me
still do
that
it.
could be a lie. Like, I just blindly
Yeah.
trusted you. I just thought you went to a really weird school. Like, it all just built
I mean,
up
it is
to
a weird.
that.
It is a weird school.
It just all built up to, like,
Yeah.
You built it up. So
Well, it got
seems
progressively
like-
weirder. So I was trying to see at what point you guys would be like, okay, maybe that's not true, but you went the whole
Did you
way.
ever?
so-
Did anyone else have that lie about the pool on the roof?
Yeah, they had that in my school. That was our audio guy, Brian, talking, by the way, for the people who are listening who can't see him because he's not on camera.
As he waves.
Why would
to
you
that-
wave?
As he waves,
Why would you
he
wave?
waves to the back of the camera. So moving on to our main topic for today is the 2016 Oscars in review. We're going to talk about what won, basically the whole show. Let's say we all saw the Oscars at our school. We go to Full Sail, and the Full Sail put on a big show for it with a couple hundred people in an auditorium. They did, on commercial breaks, they did like trivia and contests and stuff.
I won.
She won a couple things.
A lot of things.
Yeah, quite a few
I went
things.
up like 4 times. I went
Yeah.
up. I got my number on my ticket called.
She won a raffle.
So I had to like change into men's clothes really fast, and I won. And I got really nice set of headphones and $50 to Apple, and then I got picked for best dressed because I'm always best dressed. Like a hat, a pen, and a water bottle
Yeah.
from like sponsors. A room poster.
Markel, you did something kind of crazy at the Oscars. You want to tell that story? or should I?
Yeah, can we hear what happened?
You gotta ask me what happened. Alright, I'll tell him. Alright,
Alright.
this is my life.
Can I,
Alright.
let me set up the scene. There's, like, this red carpet part, and there's these 2 girls outside interviewing people while there's a live stream inside the auditorium.
They're all fancy dressed and they have microphones and everything.
So check me
Taking
out.
pictures with people.
So check me out. Me and my friend Mike, we were like, yo, bro, we really don't care about this. We only here for the free pizza. So let's just ball out, have fun. And you're like, yo, man, do you want to go up there and ask for the 2 announcers where they are, like interviewers' numbers? And I'm like, sure, what the heck? I don't even care about this thing. And so basically, we walked up here, and he really didn't tell me the plan at the point. So we were just free balling, balls on the wall until they fall. We went back in line. We walk up to the little interviewers and stuff like that. And basically, we asked for their numbers.
And they cut the video feed.
Yeah, they cut the video feed.
So
yeah.
what happened when it was cut?
There was an auditorium. Everyone in the auditorium could see them doing it because there's an audio and video feed on 3 huge screens
When
in the
you don't
auditorium.
give a fuck,
It's like
though.
300 people. There's a big, huge.
Yeah.
So what happened when the video
So
feed
when
was
we took our picture, it was the most awkward moment.
So you just took the picture?
Yeah, we took.
And they were like,
picture.
no?
Just did that, and we got popcorn, and we sat back on our seats. That was a fun night. Fun night. Free pizza.
So yeah, Full Sail put on a great show. Thanks to Full Sail for doing that. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Let's review the actual show before we talk about what won. What do you think about Chris Rock as the host?
Amazing.
I thought it was funny.
He absolutely gave.
I really liked
fucks.
him. I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah.
I thought he was very funny, especially he tackled the race thing like right away, which I think is the right move.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. It was like the first thing of the Oscars. It was like
Yeah.
Oscars start immediately confronts that like elephant in the room.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. It was a pretty ballsy approach. I think it paid off.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
guarantee you the Oscars didn't like the Academy wasn't like, can you do this for us? He was just like, no, I'm doing this.
I got you.
Like,
He
fuck
didn't
you.
have no
He's like-
fucks.
I thought the thing with the Girl Scouts was a little bit too
He
much,
was
maybe.
the best dad in
Like,
history.
that makes him a super cool dad.
Yes.
It was kind of funny, but it also took like a pretty big chunk of the show, and the show's already pretty long, you know?
I thought it was hilarious, and
It's very good content,
I
yes.
don't know where to buy Girl Scout cookies anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They don't
And
go
I'm-
door to door anymore. They're like
I'm
not allowed to.
They don't, yeah.
Really sad. I still went door to door for years. Well, I wasn't in Girl Scout, but that's a different story. A lot of legit farmers that went to my school because I lived in a farm town.
Mm-hmm.
But there were a lot of really fake people that just like to dress in
It's the
camo.
exact same where I'm from. Yes,
That like to dress in camo and like to
they're
wear the
they're
Confederate
obsessed with
vest.
like work boots and stuff.
Thank
With Best Director right before that.
God Leonardo won an Oscar because I swear there would have been a riot.
Yeah. I was saying that I think there would have been like it would have been a much bigger boycott of the Oscars if Leo had lost than over any like racial issues, you know. Like I think that was pretty sure people would have freaked out. Oh my god, the Full Sail auditorium. We all saw the Oscars.
Leo.
Anytime Leo was on the screen, everyone's chanting Leo.
Leo. And then
He wins. People are throwing chairs in the air and like throwing popcorn, and it was crazy. I didn't hear most of his
when
speech.
Brie Larson won, I screamed.
He was the clear-cut winner out of all the people nominated for Best Lead Actor. I do think nomination should have gone to Jacob Tremblay from Room and Abraham Atta from Beasts of No Nation. I think both of those child actors deserve nominations.
Yes.
And then it was kind of like rubbing it in their face. They had them present an award, but they didn't get nominated. Like that's kind of
I honestly,
bullshit.
because at least Jacob is so young, he probably didn't really care. Did you see how excited he was when BB-8 and
Yeah.
R2-D2 and C-3PO came on stage? He was so cute!
Oh, what did you think about all the guest presenters for the Oscars? Because that's some of them are good. I was glad to see Louis presenting. That was pretty cool. He was great. He was really funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. About the documentary. There was a part of me like, please don't try to be funny and then come out way like.
No, he was funny though. He was Louis is like one of my favorite people in the world. Ever since like Louis season 4.
Yeah, Shane Black.
I think the most awkward moment of the entire Oscars had to be that Stacey Dash thing. You know, that woman who came out and she was supposed to be like, she was supposed to be handling like racial relations from now on or something.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what I'm talking
something
about?
like that.
That was so stupid.
No, it
Not a
wasn't
single
something-
person laughed. And I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be funny. If it wasn't supposed to be funny, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But I'm
Then
pretty
she
sure
just
it was
like
supposed to be
came out
funny.
and she was like, hey, thank you.
She said like, I'm here to like represent my people or something, and then she left. Or no, she didn't even leave. She just stood there and like smiled at the audience, and then no one laughed. Okay, what else about the Oscars? Okay, let's talk about Best Supporting Actor, because that one kind of upset me, because I had figured Mark Ruffalo was going to win, because he was really good in Spotlight. Like, I'm not a very big fan of Mark Ruffalo. Like, he's always been pretty good. But there are a couple times where he's been like nominated for things, and I'm like, I don't think he deserved the nomination for Foxcatcher. Like, Foxcatcher is a really good movie. I was surprised he got nominated and Channing Tatum didn't. Like, Steve Carell and Mark Ruffalo got nominated. Steve Carell
Mark
deserved
Ruffalo's
it.
performance though.
He was good in it.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that
Steve
great. You know, like I mean, I'm not a big fan of The Office, but I like him in other stuff. It's always really impressive when an actor like changes the way they speak and the way they walk for a role, and he really did that for Spotlight. He went all out. He just disappeared into this person. And the guy he was playing was actually at the Oscars, and you could see him side by side. It was kind of cool to see that. I thought he deserved it. A lot of people thought I was going to Stallone for Creed. I think Mark Ruffalo was a lot better than Stallone, but Stallone was really good in Creed. But people freaked out when Stallone lost. There's a video of Michael Rappaport like screaming when Stallone loses. So Best Supporting Actor, either Stallone winning would have made a lot of people happy. Mark Ruffalo winning would have made a lot of people happy. Mark Rylance, I think he was the weakest out of all the nominees, because his character, he's playing a spy, and his character, by the way it's written, by design, has no emotion. So all he had to do was speak slowly and occasionally sniffle a little bit. And that was his entire character. That's all he did the entire movie. And he was good in the role. That's exactly what he needed to do for that movie. But pretty much anybody could have done that role, and they would have done it just as well. He was fine. Like, he did the role really well. But the role was a really easy non-show-offy, non-exciting, non-challenging role.
Yeah.
So I don't think he deserved it at all. And you got to think like, because it's Mark Ruffalo and Mark Rylance, and they both have their names are both first Mark. And I think like when they said Mark Rylance, you can see Mark Ruffalo like his full face lights up and he's like so happy, and then he hears like Rylance and he's like, oh no, oh god. And I honestly for a split second I thought he was like gonna mishear it.
Yeah.
I thought he was just gonna hear Mark and like stand up and walk to the stage
I hope
because he started clapping and like looking around. I thought he was gonna like stand up and walk to the stage.
Yeah.
Best actress, I'm really glad Brie Larson won. I didn't actually
Me
expect
too.
her to.
I-
I thought she would lose,
Yeah.
but I'm glad she won. She definitely deserved it.
Yeah, she really
Room
deserved it.
is so good. Oh
It's so sad.
no! I stood up and screamed, and this lady next to me was like, "You crazy white girl!"
What do you think about all the awards Mad Max won?
Where's that Mad Max one? Because I remember the sound.
All
sound
of them.
It won a lot. It
Production.
won
It's won
production
here.
design. It won.
Yeah, it should deserve.
It won both
production.
sound
It
awards.
I don't know because
It-
The sound design is the one that I'm not sure about because the sound is mostly good for the most part.
Yeah.
But there are a few scenes like in the cars when they're talking where the audio like when people are like whispering and then there's like no engine sound, and then as soon as they're done talking the engines are super loud. That was the only problem with it.
Yeah.
And then a couple times like mostly just like with the cars, like the engines kind of fluctuate volume a lot.
Yeah.
That bothered me just a little bit when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Especially when I saw it in the theater. When I watched it on like Blu-ray, it wasn't as noticeable. But other than that, I think it deserved all the awards it got.
Oh, when they were announcing like the art department stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the props that they put behind the speaker who was announcing their awards. Like I thought that was really cool. That's something
yeah.
you really noticed.
That was cool.
When they brought out all like making of a costume, what it looks like to make a set, what it looks like to design makeup.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But
I like that they showed the script too for the rating categories. They showed like excerpts from the
Yeah,
script.
while they were going
they had a
through it.
narrative.
the thing
That was
is,
really cool. They
didn't
did that
even
last
put-
year too.
When they did Room or any of the other movies, they didn't even put that great of dialogue. Like there's so much. There was
Yeah, they
so
picked
much.
weird scenes. I was
They
noticing
put
that too.
so much better dialogue throughout the movie that they could have picked.
Yeah, there were so
but
many
they picked
scenes.
probably some of the worst parts.
They picked a scene where they were just like yelling at the vent, right? With
Yeah.
the alien. That's
And
like the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
scene they could have
Yeah,
chosen.
the-
I liked the Toy Story thing. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Minions thing. I thought that was really stupid.
the Minions.
Minions
it
were
didn't-
stupid.
Yeah, the Minions would never be like Toy Story.
That was
or
dumb. I don't
anything
know
like
why
that.
they were there. Toy Story was cool.
Yeah.
That was really fun. It was cool to see, especially because they had Tom Hanks and Tim Allen doing the voices.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was cool. They had the same sort of chemistry.
Yeah.
It worked really well.
You know
and
what?
The Minions, they sucked.
I watched. What did I watch? I watched Toy Story. I rewatched Toy Story recently, and Woody's an asshole.
Yeah, a little bit.
Woody's a huge asshole, and his character was still an asshole.
You saw the
to
TED
us.
Talk, right? So Ex Machina won for Best Visual Effects. That was
Yes,
actually my
it did.
pick, but I didn't expect it to win.
I still have to watch it.
What? Oh, because you wanted Star Wars.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I
right?
wanted Star Wars.
Star Wars could have easily won.
Yeah, that was.
I'm actually surprised it didn't. I really expected it to.
Me
When-
too.
When
Has
Ex
the
Machina,
others-
that was like one of the biggest surprises.
Yeah.
I
It
am
won a bunch.
so happy that Ennio Morricone won the Oscar for The Hateful Eight for original score. That was amazing. The guy is 88 years old. He is as old as the Oscars themselves, and this is his first Oscar win.
That's
How
crazy.
cool is that?
His
That
first Oscar
is-
win?
Yeah, it's the first one he's ever won. He's the guy who scored The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the entire Dollars trilogy, Once Upon a Time in the West, all these great movies, and this is the first Oscar he's won.
As old as the Oscars.
How
That is.
famous is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly score? It's like the most famous music.
That's really cool.
Like second to probably like The Godfather and the Star Wars theme. It's
Yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly
Yeah.
theme song. Best director, it's pretty cool that Alejandro won.
Yeah, yeah,
I would have been happy with George Miller winning also though for Mad Max because he's like 70.
Yeah, true that.
And he's
But I'm happy that
Did
he won though.
you say that he was the first to win 2 Oscars in a
Yeah,
row?
Back to back.
he's-
Gravity, right?
Did I say-
Gravity was
you
the
said
last.
director.
He didn't do Gravity. Gravity was Alfonso Cuarón. A lot of people are saying he did Gravity, and he didn't. They're two different people. Alfonso Cuarón and Alejandro González Iñárritu are two different guys. They are friends, though. They're buddies. They're part of I forgot the name of it, but there's a group. There's like a trio of filmmakers from Mexico, and it's
Yeah.
Alejandro González Iñárritu, Alfonso
I
Cuarón,
realized
and Guillermo del
they're
Toro.
not like they're Mexicans and like in, the French. There was a French writer who did The Artist and stuff like they're like really like American directors and not really getting
Especially considering they're Birdman and The Revenant. There's very different
Birdman,
movies.
yeah. True. Oh,
Birdman's
yeah,
like
definitely.
a comedy with some drama
Yeah, dark
that's
comedy,
masterfully
yeah,
made.
yeah.
And then Revenant's like a hardcore like survivalism
Yeah.
movie that's also very well made, but for different reasons, you
my
know?
God.
Emmanuel Lubezki. That's who it is. Emmanuel Lubezki.
Oh, it won for Revenant too, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who did
I was
the-
so proud for that. I was
yeah,
so proud for
he
that.
did the cinematography for The Revenant, which of course that's gonna win.
Yes.
He won cinematography for The Revenant. He also won for Birdman because he did that, which was all made to look like it was one
Yeah.
thing. He also did Gravity. Scary like crazy. That was this week's episode of the Texas Chainsaw Disco Podcast. Check in again next time, where we'll be talking about some other random stuff that we haven't decided yet.
Liar.
So, yeah, what?
Liar.
Liar. Oh, yeah. Anyway, bye, Deborah.